Hello, my name is Samantha Stricker. I am a freshman at Saginaw Heritage High School. The 2020-21 school year will be my fourth year being involved in Michigan Youth in Government. Last year, I was elected a Blue Lieutenant Governor and will be running for the same position this year, but at the high school level. My strong interest in politics and community involvement are part of what makes me an excellent candidate for Blue Lieutenant Governor. An example of my community involvement is my annual lemonade stand titled Sammy's Lemonade Stand for Veterans. Each year, all proceeds are donated to the Saginaw Veterans Hospital, with a 6-year total exceeding $10,000. This venture has enabled me to practice public speaking by being interviewed by local and national news sources. It all began because of my desire to help the less fortunate. I am involved in other extracurricular activities as well. I have enjoyed being part of community theater, where I have been credited in over 10 productions, including the occasional lead role. In school, I challenge myself with honors classes and strive for educational excellence. My future ambitions include pursuing a constitutional law degree at Yale University and later becoming a lawyer or a United States Senator. In closing, your consideration for my election is appreciated. I feel my track record and ambition nature speaks for themselves. I look forward to representing Saginaw Heritage High School as Michigan Youth in Government Blue Lieutenant Governor this year and for years to come. Thank you.
What comes to the mind when I hear the name Tyler Dybel? Honesty, passionate, caring, and of course, friendly. I've known Tyler for about 9 years, and I've always admired how applied he was in academics and extracurricular activities. Tyler is a dedicated athlete and an honor student. He has a great attitude and is always in a good mood. But more importantly, youth in government. Tyler is fully capable for the position and my first choice to elect. The reason I believe he fits the roles are he is a good listener, he talks when he's needed, he's compassionate towards others, and he puts others ahead of himself. He's knowledgeable about politics and will put the work in to find answers if he doesn't know them. He's a strong leader, and whenever we are playing a sport or game, he always makes sure everyone is having fun. He gets input from others and tries to incorporate everyone's ideas, so everyone is having a good time. And now I want to introduce to you the best candidate for this position, Tyler Dybel.
Thank you, Josh. This is now my third year of participating in the Michigan Youth in Government program, and I am determined to use my previous knowledge of this event to make this the most meaningful, productive, and most importantly, fun conference the Senate has ever seen. I am an athlete and honor student who is willing to put in the effort where it is needed to make sure everything is properly organized and able to run as smoothly as possible. I have been running on school cross country and track teams for 5 years now, and I have identified a trend with how work is related to the outcome. While everyone can be a part of the team, if people aren't willing to run the extra distance or put their all into a workout, they will not progress. I have found that this can be related in anything else that we do in life. I have learned that school isn't the only place I can apply this though, and I stay consistent by having that mindset in everything that I do. Anyone can succeed, but only those who are willing to put in the extra effort can excel. I am one of those individuals, and I hope to help all of you excel too by leading you through debates, discussions, and votes in the Senate and committees. In addition to cross country and track, I like to stay busy by participating in many extracurriculars, including the school varsity swim team, skiing, Euro Challenge robotics, choir, and Boy Scouts. The Scout law that we recite at every Boy Scouts meeting shows the high standards of a Scout, reading, "A Scout is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent." By living by this standard, I have learned how to be a leader, how to stay organized, and how to be an overall well-rounded individual. Boy Scouts taught me a very large variety of things, ranging from emergency medical aid to how to sail a sailboat or create a website. But the most important part was that I learned how to be a better person in all aspects of my life. Last summer, I took a leadership course on an island just north of Traverse City. The program, called the Kodiak Challenge, is a 5-day course that taught us 5 specific skills. The first was how to effectively communicate, which can be applied here as the Lieutenant Governor when I need to know how to communicate with the group as a whole, to spread ideas and help us all progress through the seemingly endless amounts of bill proposals. The second day was the stages of team development, which, when understood, can help any group survive a myriad of challenges. The 4 steps are simple. They are forming, norming, storming, and performing. The cycle shows how we have to disagree before we can work most effectively. The third skill we learned is how to include everyone and how to be able to reach out to people and help them have fun participating. The fourth skill is how to hold up to good values and make ethical decisions. The the Kodiak course was created to turn average kids into exceptional kids. And let me tell you, this exceptional kid isn't going to let you down. With me, we can have the most incredible time of our high school careers, no matter what trials come our way. Thank you, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.
Hello, my name is Miles Ems, and I'm running for Red White Speaker of the House. I've been youth in government for 5 years, and for those 5 years, I've been committee chair. And this is unfortunately my 6th and final year. I've learned a lot about youth in government ever since I was in 6th grade when I first got into it. My brother introduced me to it when he went for his first year in 7th grade. And ever since that first meeting I went to, I absolutely loved it. When I went to my first spring conference for youth in government, I was blown away. There were people in the lobby running everywhere, giving out candy, telling me to vote for this person, vote for this person. I had no idea what was going on, but I knew I just loved it. I met people, I learned about their ideas. They told me what they loved, they told me what they didn't love, and it was a great experience. So after middle school was over, I went to my first year of high school, and that was quite a step up. I met a lot of different people on that leadership day when everyone got together and everyone learned who they were before the conference started. And we spent hours and hours building bill books in the back room. It was quite an experience, but I was pretty happy. And even going in with my delegation, in my delegation, Nick Freeze was our governor that year. It was a great year for me, great first year to get into it. Now, over the years, I've learned a lot about youth in government, and especially I've learned about the people and their problems, what they don't have, what they do have, and everything else in between. Because you get people from cities, you get people from country. They have completely different opinions of simple little things. And I'm kind of glad that I got to meet a lot of those people because it opened my horizon. YIG was one of the best choices I think I've ever made in my life. It had a huge impact on my ideology, what I thought about things, how I thought about it, and what I brought back to my community to show different people. And I'm kind of glad that I get to bring back so much for everyone in YIG and everyone in my community. I've made a lot of friends, and I still talk to most of them to this day. People get to be recognized for problems that are not discussed throughout this program. And I'm very glad that we have that. It's a very fair program. And I'm very fair too, because I want everyone to have the same opportunities I did. To say about the topic, the reason why I think everyone should have a say in something is because we can discuss a problem from every angle. And if they share all their experiences, we can come up with the best compromise there. I'm glad to always be optimistic and do what's best for everyone. I've gotten a lot from this program, and I just want to give back in any single way I can. And I hope you vote for me. Thanks for listening.
Elena Partial, reading delegation. Hi, everyone. It's bittersweet for me to say that this is my 4th and last year as a delegate for the YIG program, but in hopes to make the bitterness a bit sweeter, I'm looking to run for the position of your first NIF presiding officer. As a delegate and as a high school student, I've always prided myself on my ability to listen to others and be unbiased, which is crucial as a mediator. I was able to further strengthen these skills during the virtual spring conference as a committee chair and truly fell in love with this program even more. I was never a strong debater, and for my first year, I was actually quite shy. But the aspect that kept drawing me to YIG was hearing both sides of the story, listening to debate and hearing how passionate the others were for something they cared about, it really drew me in. And when I was selected as a committee chair to be part of those people's debates, it made me so excited. I had the best year ever at YIG last year holding that position. And that's saying something even because it was virtual. And now I'm asking you to let me continue my journey and provide a strong, unbiased atmosphere for anyone with a proposal. I swear to be fair, kind, and just in any situation and truly provide an unbiased mediating experience. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm here not to talk about myself, which, let's be honest, is pretty hard to do, but to talk about somebody special. I'm here to introduce to you all a great friend of mine. I met her in my sophomore year of conferences. Being the first year in which I held a leadership position, I was very nervous entering the leadership conference and thought I would struggle to make any friends. But luckily for me, I met this girl that would soon turn out to be my Speaker of the House. I was a delegate in her Blue House chamber and was excited to hold my committee chair position that year. I remember walking up to her, introduce myself, and offering her to take some pictures in the speaker chair. And she was kind, and through the rest of the conference days, we went out to eat lunch. I got to understand her way of leading and the way she listens. The reason I still remember her is because of how approachable she was the day I met her. Without further ado, it is my honor to introduce to you your next youth governor. Please give it up for the Emma Macaluso.
Hello, my name is Emma Macaluso, and I'm running to be your youth governor in 2022. I'm a junior at Elk Rapids High School, and I'm also dual enrolled at Northwestern Michigan College. The YMCA has been a part of my life since I was 8 years old. YMCA Camp Arbutus Tijuana has taught me how to be myself and step out of my comfort zone. I've climbed mountains, portaged canoes, and found my home there. The YMCA 4 core values of respect, responsibility, caring, and honesty have shaped me into the person that I am today. Since then, I've continued to grow and learn from others, not only from annual youth and government conferences, but by connecting with people who share my passion for leadership and change from around the country. The Delegation Leadership Retreat, Conference on National Affairs, and National Advocacy Days are each youth and government programs that have allowed me to find my best friends and learn so much about government while making impactful change. I had always known that I would attend youth and government conferences, but I had no idea how much the program would impact the person that I am. I am able to listen to opposing opinions and respect the people behind them. Youth in government has made me passionate about state politics in addition to national ones. Youth in government has taught me to learn from setbacks. Last year, I ran for a presiding officer position and lost. Instead of dwelling on what could have been, I took it as an opportunity to not hold a leadership role for a year, and I was able to connect with so many new people and experience youth in government from a different perspective. This has not only made me more passionate about becoming youth governor, it has grown my awareness for the program. Every single delegate has ideas that they are passionate about and want to be shared. We have all so much to bring to the table. And yet, unfortunately, by no fault of our own, the table is inaccessible to students in the state. Some can't afford it, or their school or area doesn't have a delegation. I want to build a bigger table, one where everyone can pull up a chair and be listened to. I want to bring and create the same youth and government environment that many of us, including myself, have fallen in love with over the past few years to as many students in the state as possible. We should all be able to create those relationships among different delegations, program areas, and political spectrums. I want to increase the ability for students around the state to participate in this program that truly does have the ability to change lives. I want every single voice that wants to be heard and understood. This means expanding delegation sizes and adding new delegations to our conference. I have seen the impact that this program has had on myself and those around me to become more civilly involved and active, and I want the youth of our state to feel that too. Those of you who know me know that I love debating and can't wait to prepare arguments and speeches for and against different proposals and bills. Yet the most important thing about these conferences should not be based around arguing. I believe the most important takeaway from a youth and government conference is the relationships. I've been able to make lasting friendships with the same people I can go back and forth with for hours. American democracy has been built around the notion that people have opposing ideas about how society should be structured. We are free to have our own beliefs and be able to debate them civilly for the best possible collaborative outcome. I think we all need to come together and realize that our differences make us stronger as a country. We are in the middle of a presidential election where it feels like the whole country is polarized. We must remember that we are not here to argue whether Trump or Biden should win the election. We are here to discuss actual issues facing Michigan and create concrete solutions. We are here to be change makers. Many of us are not able to vote yet, but we are able to make change now. I encourage all of you to advocate for what you believe in and recognize the diverse range of ideas and opinions that are present in the state, and that is what makes us special. Youth in government is a place where no matter where you come from, you can express your ideas without judgment. The looming cloud of COVID-19 has questioned whether or not this conference can take place in Lansing, or if we'll have to participate from home. One of my biggest goals for the spring conference and for our future is to keep everyone engaged, despite being on a potentially virtual platform. The inclusive and exciting atmosphere of youth in government is what brings so many of us back year after year. I know that we can create that same feeling over Zoom if everyone brings us the same excitement to this conference that we do in Lansing. I have seen our youth in government conferences at their best moments, debating passionately at the Capitol and singing together at talent shows. And I have seen us face some low moments too. Our goal for 2022, my goal for 2022, is to take the best of youth in government and learn from the rest, to make it one of the best years we can, where everyone is accepted and included no matter what their sexual orientation, race, background, or economic status is. A place where we can debate each other all day while becoming best friends in between sessions. I want to create the same YMCA Michigan Youth in Government program for you that I fell in love with and I've shaped my life around. I look forward to getting to know each and every one of you more between now and the spring and would be honored to get the chance to serve as your youth governor in 2022. Thank you so much for your time.
I'm here to introduce my friend, Mackenzie Niswanger. To put things frankly, I think Mackenzie would make an outstanding youth governor. She uses her leadership qualities every day in absolutely everything she does. I've known Mackenzie since middle school, and by the end of her freshman year, she had already become president of the Key Club and of the GSA. This year, she is president of our YIG delegation and is one of the saxophone section leaders in the band. The way she leads and cares for others and their opinions will only continue to grow as her high school career goes on. She's somebody to go to if you need something done, and I'm honored to know her. Without further ado, it's my pleasure to introduce Mackenzie Niswanger.
When I look at youth in government, I see potential. I see hundreds of great ideas being presented and debated. I see what was, what is, and what could be. My name is Mackenzie Niswanger, and as your youth governor, I promise we will reach our full potential. Over the years, there has been some changes to the program that haven't exactly gone over well. Luckily, that's a problem of the past. An anonymous polling system will be implemented into the program so that all voices will be heard. YIG attendees will get a chance to suggest changes, vote on potential implementations to the program, and raise concern over existing features that don't serve their purpose. Not only will changes be made to the program itself, the months leading up to spring program will see some new features. The YIG website will be revamped to include more than enough information to amply prepare all delegates. This way, delegations who don't have as much time to prepare as others will be just as prepared for Lansing when the time comes. Additionally, this will eliminate the need to write bills at a conference, therefore making more time available to suggest said bills and proposals already written. In the upcoming year, we're going to need a strong leader, and I believe I can be that leader. In the past, I've been both a Speaker of the House and an LTG. At my school, I have led several clubs such as Key Club, Dungeons & Dragons Club, and our school's YIG delegation. In addition to formal leadership positions, I try to be a positive influence in my regular life. I try to compliment 3 people every day on varying subjects, such as something they did, an item of clothing they're wearing, or even a trait I notice in them. With today's political climate, I believe this policy of mine will significantly improve the atmosphere surrounding YIG. I've always said that we're more functional than the real government, and I hope I continue to be correct. Thank you all for being here and for supporting my campaign. Have a great fall conference, and remember, in 2022, Mackenzie is for you.
Hover over the Your Links across the top menu bar and then go down to your fall conference. You should only be able to see the fall conference that you're attending. From there, it'll take you to this screen. This link right here will take you to the Zoom meeting for the upcoming fall conference. Then, if you scroll down, you'll see where all the ballots are to vote for the election. Blue, red, white, NIF presiding officer, and at the very bottom is your youth governor elections ballot. Once they go live, you'll be able to vote here. Just remember, red, white is for second-year sophomores and all upperclassmen, and blue is for freshmen and first-year sophomores. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to the MEG staff, and we'll be happy to help.